You got places to go, waste no time, let's get on. Only way that you know is for me, cause you know that I go.
Let's go.
What makes you think that I'ma answer if you ain't mine? Even if you call me up 100 times, cause you know I go crazy for mine. And there's just something that you ain't like, cause I go crazy.
Let's go.
Crazy, I go crazy.
Oh. Hey.
Crazy for mine, and I'll go crazy. Crazy, I go crazy. Crazy for mine. Pull up, hop out, flexing with the pressure. Someone hit my line, it's my connection with the Tesla. We gon' move the city back to back like it's on. We gon' move the city back to back, we doing extra. Jenny from the block, where you from though? You know it's on site when you come though. Hit it from the side like a drum roll. Hit it from behind like a Congo. Make it shake and let's go. It's a way that we know. You got places to go. Waste no time, let's get on. Only way that you know is for me, cause you know that I go.
Let's go.
Crazy, I I go crazy. Crazy for mine, and I'll go crazy. Crazy, I go crazy. Crazy for mine, I'll go crazy. And I'll go crazy. I'll go crazy. Crazy for mine, I'll go crazy.
Let's go.
Crazy for mine.
Let's go. Let's go.
Beat that thing down like you started attention, my baby.
Nasty time.
You had some plans with your man, just tell him to cancel, my baby. Slide to the crib, look like Dracula's mansion, my baby. When you pull up, it's on action, my baby. If these walls tall, they give you my track list. You know you shouldn't ask this. Those girls are just practice. I ain't one for the past tense. I'm just trying to get active. Sex game on savage, yeah. Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh? You know it's crazy, huh? Crazy, 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 you know it's crazy, yeah, crazy,
Let's go.
crazy,
Let's get it. Ladies and gentlemen, how is my sound going? Does it sound good? Are we good to go? Check on scene one. All right, that's good. That's good. That is good. Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome to the Sneek and Geek Live, baby. Eventually, I'm going to tell y'all the plans for this show, right? I'm going to tell y'all the plans for this show. Okay. Eventually, we're going to get to a point. Oh, let me take this down. Eventually, we're going to get to a point where this is going to be an actual show, right? I'm not talking about a podcast. I'm talking about a show. As a matter of fact, you want to know what my goals are? Hold on. Let me fix my camera. What's going on here? Let's try that again. Okay. Okay, that should be better now. Are you serious? Hold on one second, guys. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, I see it. Regicide. Trying to make sure everything. Okay, that's good. We're good there. Eventually, this is going to be seamless, right? We ain't got to go through all of this. All right. So the plan is to turn this into a full-fledged show where we're going to have guests and all type of stuff on here. Ladies, other content creators. I really want this to be what G4 should have been, but failed to do. So welcome in. We got a couple of topics that we're going to go over. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope work is going well for you. If you're at work, whatever it is you're doing, we're going to go ahead and hover over until our first topic of today. Disney. Oh, our friends over at Disney. Disney. Disney to cut 7,000 jobs and slash 5.5 billion in cost as it unveils vast restructuring. You wonder why. You got to wonder. When you spend the entire year virtue signaling, pandering, trying to cater to an audience that does not exist, this can happen. This can happen. So, Disney said Wednesday it is planning to reorganize into 3 segments while also cutting thousands of jobs and slashing costs. The media and entertainment giant said it would now be made up of 3 divisions: Disney Entertainment, which includes most of its streaming and media operations, an ESPN division that includes the TV network and ESPN plus streaming, and parks, experiences, and product units. Okay. The move marks the most significant action Bob Iger has taken since returning to the company as CEO in November. Disney announced the changes minutes after it posted its most recently quarterly earnings. The announcement also comes as Disney engages in a proxy fight with activist investor Nelson Peltz and his firm Trian Management. We are pleased that Disney is listening, a Trian spokesperson said Wednesday. On Wednesday, during its quarterly earnings call with investors, Disney also announced it would be cutting $5.5 billion in costs, which will be made up of $3 billion from content excluding sports and remaining $2.5 billion from non-content cuts. Disney executives said about $1 billion in cost cutting was already underway since last quarter. Honey, welcome to the stream. How you doing? So, this isn't really surprising. Now, obviously, the state of the economy is contributing to this. So this isn't all we don't want to grift and say this is all due to, politics or whatever the case may be. However, how do you say, if you had been just giving people the products that they wanted instead of pandering and trying to force shit down our throats, perhaps you could have softened some of the blow. Tyler, we're talking about Disney right now. Perhaps you could have softened some of the blow if you had just given people what they wanted. If you didn't destroy, like Star Wars should be printing money. Marvel should be printing money, right? Instead, it's not, because you're ruining everything. The Buzz Lightyear movie came out. That should have been a money printer. Instead, it flopped. Why? Because you decided to, instead of just letting the movie speak for itself, you decided to pander, virtue signaling, do the whole, gay thing. Listen, and it's backfiring. This audience does not exist. They only exist on Twitter. Stop pandering to these people. Uh-oh. It's mine. Okay. Oh, okay, there we go. So yeah, this audience, so Bob Iger's gonna have to figure this out. Hopefully they got Ant-Man dropping next week. Could that be a good start? Right now it's not tracking well. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and take a look at that. I'm fucking up. No. God damn it. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Building the plane while we fly, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, honey. I really appreciate it. Box office. News. Let's see. Let's find out. Ant-Man to the rescue. Marvel will mean a strong February box office. Let's find out where Ant-Man is tracking. Okay, so 50%. If we could maintain the course, 2000. Like, where is it tracking though? Like, you're not giving me the information I need. Okay. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button on your way in. Box office. Okay, here we go. Box office projections. All right. So, it is projected that Ant-Man 3 is expected to rake in anywhere between 96 and 131 million over its 3-day opening weekend domestically, while making between 249 million and 347 million as a domestic box office total. Now, here's the thing, right? That would be fine if the budget wasn't so inflated, right? Because remember, the old Ant-Man movies, we're talking about $80 million, $90 million budget. Well, Ant-Man Quantumania had a $200 million budget. Mind you, Thor 3, Thor 4, I'm sorry, Love and Thunder had a $250 million budget and only opened up to about $130 million that weekend. These numbers aren't great, so Disney need to tighten it up, man. I don't know. They need to get people more hype for this Ant-Man movie, because if this thing flop, Marvel ain't looking so good. Anyway, let's move on to our next topic. By the way, guys, as I've said before, if you want to, you can always shoot me any topics you want me to cover on the Sneek and Geek live. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you feel like I may have missed, or if you just want to hear my commentary on certain things. Let's check in on Twitter. See what. Of course, we got Hogwarts trending as always. Boy, this game is going to be trending for a while. If this game doesn't get nominated for Game of the Year, you know exactly why. Anyway, so we got some Witcher news. I'm not sure I'm saying his name right. I'm just gonna call him Andre, but it looked like it says Andrzej. When asked about the Witcher series, he says, "I've seen better, I've seen worse." Holy. Now, this is a guy who was excited. Ooh, honey, we can talk about that. We'll go into that right after this. Here's a guy who was initially excited about Henry Cavill playing The Witcher. I mean, playing you said it's lip syncing. I think it's because my videos. I mean, my videos coming out choppy. I think that's just my PC struggling region side. But he was excited about Henry Cavill playing Geralt, and now asked about the series in its whole, he's unmoved. So the past few months have been dreadful for the Witcher fan base after the axing of Henry Cavill from the role of Geralt. The Man of Steel actor reportedly removed himself from the show because the writer's disregard towards Sapkowski's work. Responding to the situation, the author of the original novels also shared his viewpoint on Netflix's Witcher adaptation, and it appears that the author shares the same viewpoint as Henry Cavill for the show, which is no longer faithful to its source material. All right. At the Tappy International Book Exhibition, the author of the original novels was asked about his viewpoint on the live-action adaptation. Sapkowski responded by stating, "I've seen better, I've seen worse. A Twitter user then posted the author's response. Although the author isn't fond of The Witcher show, but he previously shared his love for Henry Cavill as Geralt of Rivia by stating, "I was more than happy with Henry Cavill's appearance as The Witcher, and it explains why Henry Cavill, who is a big fan of Sapkowski's work, didn't want to continue on the show as the writers were being disrespectful to Sapkowski's work." Holy. How would it, if you take, how does it feel as a creator? You take art that you love and you adapt it to the TV screen, and that creator, the original creator, comes out and says they could care less about your work because they don't really like it. I would be hurt. Like if I came out and I made like a Halo series, and then like, you know, the original Halo creators came out and was like, "Yo, your show is trash." That would hurt. But you know these people don't care, because all they care about is identity politics. But we'll see. If I'm not mistaken, is it season 3 that's supposed to come out? The good thing they got going for them is that Henry Cavill is in season 3. So they'll buy themselves another year and hope that people forget it. They just need to keep their mouths shut and keep their head low. Hans, me boy, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I'm glad you can make it. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, so shit. What am I doing? Honey brought up Nintendo Direct. We'll take a look at that, actually, because I didn't watch it. I did not watch it. I gotta be honest, I didn't watch it. If my laptop's gonna let me play it, you know, Yep. All of here. All right. So we'll watch this from IGN instead. Instead of watching the whole thing, we'll just watch this video from IGN. Why am I? Oh my God, that's why. I knew something was wrong. I'm like, why am I seeing commercials? Yeah, I'm excited about the Mario movie as well. Xenoblade Chronicles. What is that? Yo, whew, I am really pushing the boundaries of this laptop, apparently. Pikmin. I played with Pikmin and Smash Brothers, but I never really got into it as the independent game. What is this? Oh, Dead Cells sequel. I downloaded Dead Cells on my Switch, but it just couldn't hook me. But everybody else loved it though. So I don't know. I might give it another try. It's a Tron game. What is this? Oh, decap police? No, Deca police? That bayonet. Ooh, you know what? I just realized we have not played Bayonetta 3. In my defense, right? When Bayonetta 3 dropped, that's when we started having streaming issues. So we just never got around to it. And it's like now that I've gotten streaming back up, barely up, as you can see, we can't even play a YouTube video in peace. And I'm looking at myself on the screen. I'm glitching all over the place. Let's see. Reside waiting on the strippers. Woo, making the channel like how G4 should have been. Video games and strippers and maybe some pizza. I agree with that. I don't know about the strippers per se. I mean, I would definitely get attractive women on the show, but I don't want to get canceled. You know what I'm saying? I was going to say you're not old enough to know what Tron was, but then remember they did a part 2 recently. You know, I'm 30, bro. I seen the original Tron. I mean, I don't know how old you are, but I seen the original Tron. I was really young though. Now, am I old enough to remember, like, you know, exactly what was going on? Probably not. I got a copy of Bayonetta 3 and didn't open it. You know, I got a copy of Final Fantasy 7 Remake and haven't opened it. Splatoon is one of the games that I want to play so bad, but I just haven't played it. You know what it is? I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes I just cannot justify paying $50, $60 for a damn Switch game. I can't do it. I be like, okay, Pokemon is one thing. All right, Pokemon, I'm always get Pokemon, right? And then Monster Hunter has gotten up there with Pokemon for me to the point where Pokemon is a must, Monster Hunter is a must. But a lot of those other games, it's like $60. And I don't get no 60 frames or nothing, just the way the Switch run. You said you'll coach me on Splatoon. Okay. I'll have to get it. I'll have to give you my friend code as well. What is this? I know what this game is. Fire Emblem, yeah. I hear you on that, Regicide. Octopath is another game that I downloaded on my Xbox and just never got into. We love Katamari. That looks like that game. What is it? Is it called Big Planet? Where you just rolling around in the ball picking up shit? Omega Strikers. That looks interesting. This is like air hockey, but with hero characters. Advance Wars. Uh-oh. This doesn't look very... Oh, it's a remastered version, of course. Is this Persona? Oh, no, it's not Persona at all. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I haven't gotten into Persona yet. I tried to I gotta play it. It's on my I gotta download it on my Xbox while it's on Game Pass. I gotta play it. Is this Animal Crossing? No, it's not. No combat in Animal Crossing. I'm losing my touch. Fantasy Life. You know how many Game Boys I had, honey? I've had so many Game Boys. I've had Game Boys confiscated by teachers that still got them, apparently. That's what we really need, a new Mega Man game. Imagine if Mega Man got the Zelda treatment. Man, Mario Kart is a legend in the game. They still on Mario Kart 8? It's been out for like 8 years. Tears of the Kingdom. So here's another thing. Okay, so that's the end of that. Here's another thing. I have not played... I played Breath of the Wild. That game made me rage so bad. Everybody loves Breath of the Wild. Uh-oh. No. Everybody loves Breath of the Wild. But I couldn't stand it. You know how frustrating that game was? I'm just trying to complete a mission, but I gotta go and eat some chili peppers cause Link is getting cold. It's like when you playing Ghost of Tsushima and you sitting there climbing that mountain with Jin. I don't know if y'all played Ghost of Tsushima yet, but he's on his mountain and it's snowing, and you gotta stop at these campfires. Otherwise, he get to complaining. It's so cold. Like every 2 minutes, he's like, "I'm so cold. I'm freezing. I'm so cold." I'm like, "Shut up, Jin. I'm gonna get into the camp." Frustrated, man. Highly frustrated. Anyway, all right. So yeah, when it comes to Nintendo, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna give my my honest assessment here. I don't want to hear nothing from Nintendo until they announce some new hardware. It's just the way I feel about it, man. It's like the Switch is lagging behind. And it's hard for me to, get into it. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. All right, we're going to get into our next story here. I appreciate you, though, honey, for for um, putting me onto that because I had forgot about it. All right, let's go into our next topic. All right, so we got to go. Gina Prince by is that her name? Gina Prince Bythewood? Whew. Oh yeah, honey, that's what's ridiculous. That's what's keeping me from playing Breath of the Wild. That motherfucker is still $60. Can you believe that? All right. So, with black female-led films, including Till and Saint Omar, left out of the Oscar nominations, the Woman King director tells THR that the Academy made a very loud statement, and for me to stay quiet is to accept that statement. Right. When the Oscar nominations, oh no, I'm sorry. I am currently a producer on a project, and executives were adamant that the director we chose be a black Oscar-winning director. While that sounds great, who would that be? In the 95-year history of the Academy Awards, no black filmmaker has ever won Best Director. No black woman has ever been nominated. This award season was an eye-opener. I was thinking about how to encapsulate what it feels like to be a black filmmaker in the awards conversation, and I thought about my recent screening of The Woman King at UCLA, which is my alma mater. There were a couple of hundred students in the film school, and it was an incredible screening. The Q&A afterwards was supposed to be an hour, and it ended up being 2 hours of conversation. Just a beautiful whatever. I don't care about all that. I want to get to what she said. Where's her quote? I do not want to read this whole entire article. She said something along the lines of, they're just, yikes. Yikes. They went above and beyond to make them look like men, did they not? Like, imagine being a man and dating any of that. Yeesh. The Woman King wasn't snubbed. A snub is if it missed out on a category or two. The film was not nominated for one single craft. Not one single extraordinary performance was recognized. And when has that happened for a successful film that hit all the so-called markers? It didn't. What are you talking about? It was a flop. The movie flopped. You said it's on sale. I'm going to have to check that out. The movie was a flop. But they're trying to blame it on racism and the fact that nobody likes black women, apparently. The hatred of black women. Listen. First of all, let's talk about The Woman King. You told a story about a tribe who was pro-slavery, and you tried to make them out to look like heroes. I'm sorry, nobody cared. The movie flopped, okay? And what markers did it hit? Like, nobody liked it. And as far as Till is concerned, people are tired of y'all telling the same old stories. You know what I find interesting about black folks? You get black folks that come out and say all the time, why do we care about white people's awards and their opinion on our stuff? But then when you don't win an award, the first thing you scream is racism. Make a better movie. How about you make a movie that has nothing to do with racism or drugs or gang activity? How about you make a black movie that people can get on board with? People of all walks of life. Cause I'm telling you something, bro. I don't want to watch no more black slave movies. I'm over it. Okay, so I don't know. Y'all tell me. That's about as much as I got to say about that. All right. So there's this disgusting. Hold on. Before we go into that, let me make sure, because I got some things on my Twitter that I might want y'all to see before we go into the last. She wasn't a Jewish director, huh? You funny. Oh, so we got this right here. Trans swimmer Leah Thomas dropped her pants and exposed her male genitalia in a woman's locker room after a meet, claims University of Kentucky athlete Riley Gaines. Are you surprised if she's telling the truth? Oh, by the way, if you're not following Clown World, you're missing out on a laugh. I laugh at them all day long. Between Libs of TikTok and Clown World, man, that's where I get a lot of my shorts content from. Reacting to their stuff. Because they're funny. But as far as Leah Thomas goes, I would love to know, ladies, y'all for this? Y'all for letting the trans people into your sports? Because I don't see enough fighting back. Are y'all gonna let them silence y'all? I don't know. But anyway. Oh, here's another quick little trinket. Salma, I don't know how to say her name. Salma Hayek's sexiness kept her from getting every job she ever wanted. So I saw something where they said they didn't want to cast her. Let me just click on the article really quick. We're not going to read the whole article. But she said that, where's the quote? I was a typecast for a long time, my entire life. I wanted to do comedy, and people wouldn't give me comedies. I couldn't land a role until I met Adam Sandler, who put me in a comedy. But I was in my 40s. They said, you're sexy, so you're not allowed to have a sense of humor. What I wonder is, was it actually said like that? Because a lot of these folks in Hollywood be capping. They be capping. And for those of you who don't know what capping means, lying. They be lying. Is that actually what was said? I have no doubt that that's probably what they meant. But is that really what they said? You're too sexy to do comedy. Yeah, all right. A way to put somebody in a box. She is fine, though. That's a fine woman. Even in her 50s. Wouldn't marry her. But, gosh, my camera is lagging behind. Anyway, let's get back on task. This next tweet is actually going into our final story. This disgusting article written by the gamer Stacy Henley writes this gross article in response to the Hogwarts backlash. Yikes. She says, let's talk about bullying for playing Hogwarts Legacy. The big news around Hogwarts Legacy is a cisgender streamer getting upset, which reveals the layers of bias around reporting on this game. The big news in the wake of Hogwarts Legacy launch is that a cisgender white girl cried about it. Nothing should surprise me with the Harry Potter game, but I will admit this is a bold new direction. Trans people and their allies are now bullies for explaining why they don't support the game. Victim cosplay is back in fashion. Are you out of your rabbit ass mind? Yo, we really live in a clown world. First of all, nobody's calling trans people and their allies bullies for explaining why they don't want to play the game or why they're boycotting it. We're calling you bullies because you're going into people's streams, harassing them and spamming them for playing a game they want to play. We're calling you bullies because you're harassing people for living the lives that they want to live. That's why we're calling you a bully. You're supposed to be this whole inclusive, love is love, live and let live people, but yet you're harassing people for playing a fucking video game. Let me gather myself. This sentiment has been growing for a while now. Streamers and players who consider themselves good people are upset that after supporting Hogwarts Legacy, not everyone agrees with them. This lack of agreement upsets them, and so if you are behind this sinister campaign, you must be a dirty, rotten bully. That is cap. That is cap. That it has nothing to do with not everybody agreeing. Once again, you're harassing people. Stacey Henley, you full of shit. Whoever Stacey Henley is, you are full of shit. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I know the creator of this world uses her income and platform to help legislate lives out of existence, but also some people really liked her books 10 years ago. That's what it comes down to. Legislates people's lives out of existence? Bro, these people are psychopaths. There is something mentally wrong with them. This came to a head with the channel Girlfriend Reviews, which touts itself as a wholesome place that, much like a certain mainstream gaming outlet, only considers whether a game is fun to play or not. Hello, that's their job. And I like how they sneak dissing who? IGN? You sneak dissing IGN because they reviewed the game? You mad? A short clip of the game paused where the boyfriend and girlfriend complain about comments, leading to the girlfriend leaving, has become a figurehead for how trans people have morphed overnight from the world's victim to the world's bully. You, overnight? Overnight? The allies of the LGBTQ community have been bullies for the last 5 years. What are you talking about? You've literally ruined people's lives for not having the same opinion as you. It wasn't overnight. Have you lost your mind? Let me gather myself. Was this person bullied? Did they actually even cry? Neither of these things have any real proof behind. And yet, this is one of the main news stories from the launch. The titular girlfriend suggests her boyfriend that they take a break, then leaves. The clip doing the rounds does not show her crying, and the fact that boyfriend elects to stay on stream and finish the combat area suggests she was not in the extreme emotional anguish others have tried to paint it as. That might be a point because you don't actually see her crying on camera, which I'll be honest with you, I was kind of confused by because everybody kept saying she was crying, and I was trying to see, like, y'all sure she was crying? So I'm objective, bro. I'm objective. So I'll actually agree with her point on that. Like, y'all are saying she's crying. And you know me, I'm a content creator. I'm clickbaity. So I went with the narrative. She was crying. You know what I'm saying? But I'm actually looking at the video. I'm like, do y'all see her crying? Because I don't see her crying. But whatever. You know, far be it from me to question the narrative, right? I'll just run with it. There's also no chat in the clip being circulated, meaning we don't know if the team are upset by people asking reasonable questions about their decision to support the game that they do not want to answer, or whether there are more extreme messages lined with threats and insults. Having gone back and read the chat on their Twitch channel, it seems to be the former, and the vast majority of the chat are springing to their defense. Even if you account for the deleted comments, the chat is clearly responding to fairly mild criticism rather than vulgar abuse. I don't know. I haven't looked at those comments. Ultimately, they were accused of supporting bigotry by supporting J.K. Rowling. That's a lie, all right? But then, when even explaining reasons against supporting the game is bullying, what does it even matter? The clip also includes a defense from streamers of Roman Polanski and Michael Jackson, and complains that they have a target on their back for being allies, so should have credit in the bank. They also call trans people the alt-left, which feels like a mask of moment to me. But hey, they're allies, right? I'll give you this. Ain't none of y'all no real allies. Let's keep it a bean. Ain't none of y'all real allies. I would argue y'all was never allies. I would argue y'all did this for cool points. Y'all was chasing clout. That's what happened. This is the end point of the shallowness of the BCon movement. On the face of it, BCon is good advice, but respectability, politics, and a fear of confrontation have twisted its meaning to become bury your head in the sand. I agree with that. On one side, you have people kind and sweet and joyful who just want to play a game, yay, positivity. On the other, you have a much smaller, already marginalized group pointing out that buying, streaming, or praising the game gives money, a further platform, and a longer future to J.K. Rowling, who is on the record saying she feels empowered that people support her beliefs because they keep buying her products. Bro, sweetheart, you really need to reevaluate your life. You really do. Matter of fact, anybody who feels the same way this woman feels need to reevaluate your life. All right? I'm going to leave it right there. Stacey Henley, you're pathetic. You're pathetic. So that's your daily dose of Hogwarts Legacy. You'll get more of it when the game drops tonight, and we'll be streaming it on Saturday. So that's about it, guys. That's the stream for today. We've actually gone longer than I anticipated. I appreciate you guys for stopping by, as always. We're going to start the Dead Space stream an hour early, 6 o'clock, because we want to catch up on the time we lost yesterday. And so I'll see you guys then if you choose to stop by. But I really want to finish that game before we start Hogwarts Legacy. I hope that I can, but we'll see. If anything, if we don't finish it, we'll finish it Saturday morning and do Hogwarts Legacy Saturday night. So anyway, I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Hans, Honey, Regicide, Tyler, who else was in here? Make sure I ain't missing nobody. I appreciate you guys for stopping by, dropping your comments. I know Tyler ain't here right now, but I will talk to you guys later. As always, much love. Enjoy the rest of your day.